Good morning, Bradley Elementary School. Happy Tuesday, March 16th. Here is your morning message for today. And we are halfway through Women's History Month, and I've kind of found it just a quick little video that kind of summarizes what we're celebrating this month, so I wanted to play it for you now. Here it goes.
In the United States, March is Women's History Month. It honors women's contributions in all areas of life, as scientists, inventors, artists, politicians, and more. The celebration began in 1978, when the school district of Sonoma, California, hosted a week-long recognition of women's accomplishments throughout history. The idea spread, and in 1980, President Jimmy Carter proclaimed the week of March 8th National Women's History Week. 6 years later, an organization called the National Women's History Project convinced Congress to dedicate the entire month of March to women's history. Each year, a special focus for the month is declared by the National Women's History Project. For example, important artists like photographer Dorothea Lange and painter Mary Cassatt have been celebrated. Pioneers such as educator Mary McLeod Bethune, Clara Barton, who founded the Red Cross, Amelia Earhart in aviation, and First Lady Michelle Obama have also been honored. Women's History Month celebrates unsung heroes too. The countless women who helped when our country was at war. Women who run businesses and volunteer in their communities, single mothers who work and raise families, and the unknown writers and artists in history, whose works were never made public, yet teach historians much about our country's past. Which women in your life would you like to celebrate?
For lesson plans, digital resources.
Okay, so yeah, I thought that was just a good little summary of what this month is all about. So I hope you guys continue to have some really good conversations around women's history as we go on throughout the rest of the month. Oops, how do I move on? Pause. And let's keep going. There we go. Okay, and so yeah, I wanted to kind of go back to our new matrices that we will be looking at. And today specifically, I wanted to talk about our distance learning matrix. And so this is kind of going to be our guide to help us be, as you can see in the title, positive, polite, and productive. And so our motto is going to be that we can use our pause to be great Bradley learners. So you can see that P for positive, A for accountable, W for wise, and S for safe. And so in distance learning, that kind of encompasses all the time that we're working at home on our computers, either synchronously or asynchronously. And so today I just wanted to highlight what you can do to use your pause in a Google Meet. So P is for positive. You can make sure that you are using positive and school appropriate language. You can be encouraging and you can be kind and respectful. That will help you be positive in a Google Meet. Accountable, A is for accountable. In a Google Meet, it will help you to be prepared, to be on time, to be present, and to actively participate. And you can see the little hands raising. So that's going to be really important for you to be successful in your Google Meets. Wise. To be wise when you're using a Google Meet, you will want to make sure that you are using your tools appropriately. You will want to make sure that you are thinking before you speak, and you want to make sure that you are asking questions about the topic that is being discussed. So stay on task and make sure that you're focused on the learning that's taking place in the lesson. And last but not least, safety. So in your Google Meet, you want to make sure that you're using the chat appropriately. So make sure you're not posting things that are not relevant to what's going on in the classroom. It's always a good idea to stay on mute unless it's your time to speak. And it is always important to remember that the chat feature is just for comments and questions and not adding any additional links to different YouTube videos or anything silly like that. So if you use your pause during Google Meets, you as a Bradley Bear can be positive, polite, and productive. So don't forget to use your pause. Okay, so that is kind of how our matrix is going to look. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about what independent time looks like, and the day after we'll look at how you can use your pause in small breakout groups. And so this is kind of just going to help us to refresh our memories about the expectations of what it looks like to be a learner in distance learning. And then we're going to learn a little bit more about what it's going to look like when some of us come back to school after the break. Okay, so that's all for now. Couple reminders. We do have a distribution going on today. So if you want to come by the library, the NPR, you can come get your materials if you haven't done so. We don't have any birthdays today, so we'll be celebrating some more tomorrow. It's the 16th of March, and that means we are one day away from St. Patrick's Day. So I'm Irish, and I've barely even had a chance to talk about St. Patrick's Day. So just a reminder, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Look out for those leprechauns when you wake up in the morning, and don't forget to wear green. I've dusted off my little shamrock, so I'm ready to go for tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun on St. Patrick's Day. Last but not least, I do have a new submission of a bear. So this is another kindergarten bear from Malia. Thank you for your submission. It's a little blurry, but I wanted to make sure that we shared it anyways. It looks like a very festive and fun bear with a lot of fun things going on in the picture. So thank you for brightening our day, and thank you for sharing. And on that note, have a beautiful day and go Bears. Goodbye, everyone.